Optus Stadium here in Perth has basically sat empty for the past few months, but that could all change in about 3 weeks' time. The West Coast Eagles and the Fremantle Dockers have been given the go-ahead to return back to WA after round 6 and self-isolate at home. That means that those two teams will be allowed to train and then play against each other in a Western Derby. But the AFL has also announced they'll be joined by 2 Victorian teams, Geelong and Collingwood. Now, the league admits the move is subject to working through protocols with the WA government. The WA Police Commissioner is working with the AFL to determine how exactly this will work. The West Australian Premier has previously said that any teams other than the 2 WA teams will need to serve that 2 weeks hotel quarantine, but there have been suggestions that those teams could form a bubble, if you like, here in the Burswood precinct, which would allow the teams to train and also play here at Optus Stadium. Now, the WA Premier this morning said it's been quite a process to get the AFL here to WA, but he's glad it's on its way.
The AFL came to us and asked for this right at the very beginning. We accepted that. They've now gone through all these different situations and different arrangements. Now they're back to what they wanted to do at the very beginning, and I think it'll go well, and I think the rules will be very strict, and it'll mean that we can have games here in Western Australia, which is the natural home of football anyway.
The next easing of restrictions has been penciled in for July 18, Tom, which would see the removal of all rules on crowds. That means round 7 here at Optus Stadium could see teams cheered on by up to 60,000 spectators.